Hi, I'm Ellen from the Chili Dog. Someone recently asked me an interesting knitting question, and I thought it would be worth demonstrating in a quick video. The knitter said she was knitting a pair of toe-up socks, continental style, using the magic loop method, and after casting on the toe of the sock, she noticed her knitting was suddenly inside out. She asked why that happens. First, I'd like to say it has nothing to do with magic loop knitting, and it has nothing to do with your knitting style. It can happen no matter what style of needles you're using to knit in the round, or whether you're a continental or English knitter. I'd also like to say that this isn't just related to sock knitting. It can occur whenever you are knitting a project, large or small, in the round. So let's take a look at the poncho that happens to be on my needles right now as an example. When I knit in the round, nothing comes between me and my knitting. I mean that literally, not just figuratively. As my project is in my hands and I'm knitting my stitches, there is nothing in the space between my eyes and my knitting needles. The stitches that I am currently not working on are at the back and out of the way. As I knit, I'm working around all of the stitches in a clockwise direction. So as I'm knitting, I'm going clockwise around the project, and my project has the right side of my fabric on the outside. However, if something comes between me and my knitting, that all changes. If somehow I position my knitting so that the stitches that I'm not currently working on are between me and my knitting needles, I can still knit in the round. However, now as I knit, I'm working the stitches in a counterclockwise direction around, and my project is now wrong side or inside out. There's not necessarily anything wrong about knitting like this, but it can be an awkward and possibly confusing position to have this fabric between you and your knitting needles. So if you find your knitting inside out, simply turn your work so that the right side is out. Position everything so that nothing comes between you and your knitting needles. The held fabric is at the back, and then you can continue working in the round. Until we stitch again, happy knitting.